Here with head coach Damian Welsh after a difficult day at the office on Saturday. Damian, thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it was a tricky one in a lot of ways. Obviously, you know, we're kind of fairly positive about a lot of the game, and then obviously a bit upset about other parts of it. I think, as I said after the game, the first half was very pleasing. It's good to see that we can kind of hang with the big boys in terms of the you know, the guys who are favourites to kind of win the league. It's just disappointing that I think a lot of the areas that we fell down in the game were kind of our own making. I don't think we made Rosslyn Park work particularly hard for the points they got, and kind of my opinion on it is that I discipline that as down.
Yeah, there were a fair few penalties through the midfield area, which I think is the terminology is coach killers. So it must have been a bit difficult for yourself and Ryan in the stands watching some penalties just in that midfield area.
Yeah, I think it's the main issue is obviously we kept giving away the same type of penalty over and over again. You know, in terms of offsides and hands in the ruck, and I don't think we adapted at all to the referee. Regardless of how the contact area is ref or whether we agree with it or not as players and coaches, you know, we've got to listen to the ref and adapt a little bit. I don't think we did that at all, and it ended up where we were defending constant lineouts and driving moors because we couldn't keep our hands at the ruck.
On the flip, some positives. First and foremost, I'm a big fan of a pun. 𝗟𝗏𝗧𝗘𝗥𝗩𝗪, I think it should be called 𝗟𝗏𝗧𝗘𝗥𝗩𝗪.
Yeah, good.
Unbelievable penalty from nearly 60 metres.
Yeah, there was loads of positives to take from it. I think Putty had a good game. I think especially that first half, we did show a lot of glimpses of what we're trying to, you know, bring from training into the games. It's kind of, in a funny way, one of our most comprehensive performances so far, including all the pre-season friendlies. So there's lots of positives in there to work on. It's just one of those things where it's kind of frustrating in some ways that the stuff we've got to work on is our own mistakes. So in some ways that's good because it means it should, in theory, be quite easy to fix. But it's quite frustrating because obviously you never want to be in charge of your own downfall, really.
And on the flip, only a few more days until our next game. Ready to get back on the horse?
Yeah, should be a good one. Obviously, you know, it's a kind of a good period coming up for us, hopefully, in terms of, you know, plenty of rugby coming thick and fast, which is what we want after so long out. So, you know, as far as we're concerned, it's on to the next one.
And a final bit on some of the young props that played, with 18-year-old making his debut off the bench. How pleased were you with the young guys?
Yeah, good. I think we had you know, a lot of debutants obviously out there and a lot of young guys. There is a lot of youth in the squad, which, you know, it would probably be short term. There'll be a lot for them to learn, but, you know, in terms of mid to longer term, it'll serve as well. And if they keep putting in decent performances, they'll keep getting picked.
Fantastic. Damian, thank you very much.
No problem.